This episode may contain content that could be distressing or objectionable to certain listeners. Please refer to the episode show notes for details. Discretion is advised. Hello, listeners! Welcome to Your Movie, My Movie with Dan and Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Steve. This is a podcast where one of us picks a movie to watch and we discuss it together. In this episode, we're talking about one of my picks, the 1984 movie Body Double, starring Craig Wasson, Greg Henry, Melanie Griffith, and Deborah Shelton. Written by Robert J. Avrich and Brian De Palma. Story by Brian De Palma. And was directed by Brian De Palma. We will be talking about spoilers, so if you want to watch the movie first, now's the time to do so. But before we talk about the movie, Dan, who would you recommend this movie to?
I would recommend this movie to fans of psychological, psychedelic, campy things. So like horror, but also like if you're in a little bit more abstract than that. So like it's not really horror. It's also just kind of like wandering around for a lot. So
maybe that intersection of fans of hot thrillers such as To Live and Die in LA and movies that take their time wandering around, such as Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's yeah. To put it concisely,
Okay.
I will say shit, I can't even say anything, man. I'm not concise. I think that's what I'm realizing, Steve. I'm not concise. But
that's fine.
That's why we have a podcast that
Live your
lasts
truth.
An hour at least every episode. So
yeah, that is, on average, as long or perhaps even lengthier than the movies we watch.
Yes. So Steve, who would you recommend this movie for?
Thank you for asking, Daniel. I would recommend this movie for those who need to relax. Don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax. Don't do it when you want to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
How could you forget? That's the best part of the movie.
It is the best part of the movie.
Or yeah.
I don't know how I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So would you like to do your 2-minute summary of the plot so we can get to talking about this gem of a film?
Yeah, sure. All right. Let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay. All right. 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 Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready, Steve. I'm fucking ready. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do this. Um, on go. Uh, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, out of work actor. Well, actually, he has a job, but he is like claustrophobic or some shit, so he gets fired from his job essentially. And he's looking for work. He's looking for a place to stay. He saw his girlfriend having sex with another guy. He walked in on them. So now he's out of a home and he doesn't have a job and he's down on his luck. So he's going to these acting classes and he's trying to get work and he's trying to stay in it and stay busy and stuff. And then this guy an acquaintance is like, yo, you need a place to crash because I got this spot that I'm house sitting for and I need a favor. I need you to house sit it for me instead of me because I'm going somewhere. So he's like, all right, sweet. So he goes up there. The spot is sick. It's in like the Hollywood Hills. It's a mansion. It's crazy. And then the acquaintance is like, yo, check this out. And so he shows the guy this telescope.
1 minute.
And it's looking directly in this lady's bedroom. Like directly. And he's like, every night at 8:00, she does this thing, man, and she like strips naked and she like touches herself and it's great, man. You get to watch the whole thing right here, 8:00 every night. He's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And so then she gets like murdered
30
by
seconds.
this guy. And he follows her. No, she doesn't get murdered. She's getting stalked by a guy, and so he's following the stalker, but he's also just stalking her. And then we find out that it was a
15
whole
seconds.
setup by his acquaintance so that he could murder his wife and have an alibi at the same time. And yeah,
5,
in the porn
4,
industry of also.
3, 2, 1. Hands down. Okay. not. I mean, that wasn't so bad. Although, like, there's so much to this movie. It's very difficult to talk about. To summarize it.
It wasn't my best.
So
It wasn't my best work.
no, but it's a tough movie to talk about that quickly.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, after all, the opening image of this movie is a punk rock vampire.
Yes. Yes.
So, when you have a movie with a punk rock vampire, in any context, it's going to be tough to, summarize that for people who have never seen.
Yeah, it's true. You don't really understand the punk rock vampire unless you see the punk rock vampire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Steven,
Yes, Daniel.
why did you pick this movie? And why now? And what are your thoughts on it? And 400 words or less. Go.
Well, I can't count my words. But the reason why I picked this movie is because I love this movie. I really love this movie. It is it's my second favorite Brian De Palma film after Carlito's Way. I fucking love Carlito's Way. That is a great movie.
Okay.
And I'm a bit of a fan of Brian De Palma. Not a super fan, not a fan like I am John Carpenter. But a fan nonetheless. Let's see. I have seen Carlito's Way, this movie Body Double, Dressed to Kill, Carrie, the original. Let's see, Snake Eyes, which we mentioned in our last episode. And how could I forget The Untouchables, which gave Sean Connery an Oscar. So those are all the Brian De Palma films that I know of off the top of my head. And I am a fan of this one. This one is a exceptionally 80s. Yeah, it's an exceptionally 80s movie. So let's see. And why did I pick this movie now? Well, Daniel, it just so happens that this movie is streaming on the Criterion channel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel that a Body Double is a Criterion worthy movie?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
I have mixed feelings about this movie.
Okay.
So I will say I didn't really enjoy this movie that much. But I'm enjoying having watched it and thinking about it.
Okay.
And it's got a lot in it, even though it doesn't seem like it does. Or like it didn't to me. So after thinking on it, yes, it deserves to be in Criterion. While I was watching it, I was like, why is this in the Criterion? So yeah. Does that explain that answer?
I suppose.
Okay.
I suppose. So okay. First, why don't we talk about the Alfred Hitchcock connection before we get to how it is a low-key softcore porno.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you want to do that?
You're gonna have to carry, but you can tag me in every once in a while.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's another thing that that I find, I don't like it, but I find it interesting about the movie. Is that this movie? Do you know? Do you, after having seen it, do you know which Alfred Hitchcock movie this one is a blatant ripoff of?
I would assume. Well, actually, I haven't seen it, but it's the is it Rear Window?
It's a little bit of Rear Window, but it is mostly Vertigo.
Okay, I was gonna say Vertigo was gonna be my second guess. I actually haven't seen either of those Hitchcock movies.
Okay.
my Hitchcock filmography is pretty gapped. I've seen random ones,
okay.
but not his I've seen some of his iconic ones, but not all of his iconic ones. But the plot, I was like, this is very that one movie where Jimmy Stewart looks out the window and sees the lady undress and stuff.
Yeah, but it's also the movie where Jimmy Stewart watches a woman get killed, discovers a woman who looks exactly like her, or in this case, moves exactly like her, becomes obsessed with her, and tries to use her to get to the truth, which is the plot of Vertigo. It's funny because Brian De Palma also rips off Hitchcock in his earlier movie, Dressed to Kill, which is his version of Psycho, basically.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one was a little controversial and transphobic kind of.
Yes.
In today's age and stuff.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's also sleazy, like this movie is. But whereas Body Double is 80s sleaze, Dressed to Kill is 70s sleaze.
Oh, so it's a different level.
Yeah, a different aesthetic for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but sleazy nonetheless. Which, I'm not saying that as I'm saying that that's a feature, not a bug.
Okay.
I'm not saying that these movies are bad because they're sleazy. I love sleazy movies. watching sleaze, it could be fun. I remember the before times, before the internet, where nudity and sex was very difficult to come by. And so they had to worm their way into mainstream films in order to titillate audiences. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like that trope comes up semi regularly among your picks.
That's fair. That's fair. Although I was thinking about it, and I'm like, have we had like a pretty pornographic film on our list so far? And I'm like, well, it could have been, Sierra's pick with God's Own Country. But then I chose, I picked Duke of Burgundy as a response to that. But that's not really porny. It's like, but it's like very sexual.
Yeah, it's like
but also kinky. Yeah. It's very kinky. Like what it lacks in like overt sex, it makes up for the level of kink involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Womb. Which
that's yeah, I don't think that's
which was Sierra's pick. Depends on your level of perversion, I suppose.
Is this the first one?
Well, heavy metal.
Heavy metal is pretty porny.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the question though: have we watched a movie that like directly addresses pornography as a topic of discussion and theme?
I don't think so.
Because in heavy metal, there are the porn theaters, and we talked about that a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't remember one that had to do with like, this is very directly related to the porn industry. Like it's like there's porn actors and things like that. So it's interesting. It's very very LA. I don't know.
Yeah.
It brings up for me complicated questions and quandaries, It's like because porn is a very controversial topic, right? And because this movie, okay, my thing is like, if you're gonna be a director, try not to be so creepy, I guess, but also like it's more just like as a director, I think you have a responsibility to realize the power imbalance. And if you're aware of that, then that goes a long way. I don't know how Brian De Palma was. I don't know what his women actors say about him. It doesn't seem like it's, super like predatory. It's just it makes me a little uncomfortable to watch. I'll put it that way. Because it's not a porn film. It's a film. So it's just something I'm not really used to seeing as much. And I'm trying to wrap my brain around what the morals of it all, I guess.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that you're thinking in those terms. Because I watched a video essay about David Lynch. And like his movies are like very sexual.
Mm-hmm.
And also show like a lot of exploitation of women.
Mm-hmm.
From Blue Velvet, to Mulholland Drive,
Mm-hmm.
Fire Walk with Me, especially
Mm-hmm.
where he has high school girls getting eaten out under the table of a honky tonk with their tits out. um, and when Blue Velvet came out, like Roger Ebert was basically white knighting Isabella Rossellini,
Mm-hmm.
um, because that is an intense performance from that actress
Mm-hmm.
about a character who is extremely exploited and like obviously suffers from the mental and emotional damage from it.
Yes. Yes.
And so Roger Ebert, lambasted David Lynch on Isabella Rossellini's behalf. But then Isabella Rossellini was like, no, I was fine. I was fine with that, my performance. David Lynch was a great director.
Yeah. I've heard this as well. She's kind of like, I didn't ask for you to defend me. Like, I made my own decisions here,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's the David Lynch movie with? Is it Lost Highway? Yeah, Lost Highway.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a friend of mine about like I had not seen Lost Highway, but I
Mm-hmm.
had seen Fire Walk with Me, and there's that honky tonk scene, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of wonder what David Lynch would be like if he was like ever directed porn. And my friend goes, and you haven't seen Lost Highway yet?
Yeah. Have you seen it now?
Yeah, I've seen it now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, like, it's so funny. Yeah.
But like that movie is like, it's about exploitation of a woman by a man, but like how she is empowered rather than, exploited. So like it's the opposite message. And that actress,
Patricia
her name
Arquette.
escapes me. She was in Patricia Arquette. She was like, no, David Lynch was great. So yeah.
Yeah. It's
But as you were saying, yeah.
Oh, but I was just like, it's weird. It's a weird yeah. It could be kind of one of those things of like beauty or evil is in the eye of the beholder. So it's probably more of a me thing than like a De Palma thing. I don't know. It's just something I'm definitely not used to. And Lynch's approach to sexuality and sex is different than De Palma's. Very different, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will say that I haven't been the hugest fan of De Palma. I've only seen a couple of his movies. I've seen Sisters was my first De Palma movie, which is interesting. And then Untouchables, I think, is the only other De Palma film I've seen. I haven't seen Carrie. I haven't seen Carlito's Way. I would love to see those. But watching his movie, well, looking at it with the context of Hitchcock being his sort of guiding light makes a lot more sense to me.
I'm just thinking about the ending for North by Northwest.
What?
The ending for North by Northwest.
Oh, where the train goes into the tunnel? Oh my god. I haven't heard a laugh like this from Steve in a while.
Well, it's just, I'm a Hitchcock fan, so I love it. I love it when Hitchcock sticks it to the censors just as hard as he can. Once once you understand the context of it, it's just hilarious to me. And also, Hitchcock is he's just so fucking sharp. You know what I mean? He's just so fucking sharp. Although, he was a problematic director with his actresses, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which has been well documented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame how talented people use their talents for evil sometimes, or for cruelty, or selfishness. I don't know exactly how to categorize that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually, so Melanie Griffith, she is the daughter of Tippi Hedren, who was in The Birds.
Oh wow!
Directed by Alfred Hitchcock.
And
also Marnie, as well, also directed by him. So that's another Hitchcock reference, by legacy.
Which is interesting because I think famously she's the one who refused to sleep with him, with Hitchcock, and
okay,
and or one of the ones, I don't know, but she was the one who spoke out about it later on. I don't know exactly the story. I'm kind of just talking out of my ass, but I heard that created a lot of problems on set of The Birds, because basically he was mad at her, and
yeah.
So that's interesting that this is a direct genetic legacy connection.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I hope this relationship was better. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's also Hitchcock, often talks about obsession, like he does in Vertigo, but he was also obsessed, with his blonde bombshell actresses as well. And this movie has its own particular take on obsession as well, being inspired as it is by Vertigo. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, let me think about. Okay, so this movie, the more than just the themes are evocative of Hitchcock, because Hitchcock, he's so structural. His movies are the way he uses the camera are very I don't even know how to say it, but it's like a craftsman's approach, and also the composition is just it's very I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about, Lo? It's very
I know what you're talking about.
Intentional.
It's pre and it's pre new wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you who haven't gone to film school, what we mean
for those
by
of
new
you
wave
who
is
didn't waste your money.
That as well. What we mean by new wave is an era called the French New Wave, which I believe started in France in maybe the 50s. Those new conventions that the French used, they made their way over to the United States starting in the 60s, and really influenced new American filmmaking from the 60s throughout the 70s. And so pre-new wave, you'd have very well, like you said, intentional craftsmanship, workman-like editing, where you had to show a person like going through all the steps of like a building, whereas French New Wave editing, you just have the establishing shot of the person going entering the building, and then it would do a jump cut to them in front of the door of the apartment they were at. And like there are a whole bunch of other like cinematography and editing techniques that came out of the French New Wave that were revolutionary for their time, and very like stylized, very more focused on narrative.
And also,
And yeah,
one of the things at the time that was making changes was video cameras were becoming much more mobile. I said that weird, but like much more easy to use and consumer based almost. So like they were putting them in the back of cars and things like that. Whereas before you had to have like a dolly or something like that. There was not as much of an option for handheld filmmaking.
Yeah. It was as revolutionary for its time as filming, being able to make an entire feature length film on your smartphone is now. It was that revolutionary at the time.
Yeah.
And Alfred Hitchcock was before that. So like his movies can feel a little old fashioned. But also like he also like stretched, cinematography. Like, there's the famous shot in Psycho of the camera going through the window. There's that. And then he made the movie Rope, which was filmed as if it was a one-shot take for the entire movie. Now, it's not a true oneer. There are cuts in the movie, and most of that is because of the limits of how much film could be in a camera at a time. So there are cuts, so it's not an actual oneer, but the entire movie is filmed as if it was one. Hitchcock, even though he was old fashioned in a lot of ways, he also pushed cinema in technical ways as well. So he wasn't a complete old bogey.
Well, yeah, he was old fashioned, but he was also actually old. Like, the film that I like of his called The Lodger, is a silent movie. Made in I guess no, not where is it? 1 second, let me find it.
Okay.
Yeah, The Lodger.
Okay.
So The Lodger was made in 1927. So he is old, and he's an old timer, and he's old fashioned, but also he definitely pushed the medium forward, and he was pretty great at what he did. And not to leave out his wife, who was also a major part of his his creative process kind of thing. Not process, but she was a big part of the movies.
Yeah.
In the editing of the scripts, and I think even some of the script writing, and I think she helped him in basically every aspect. What was her name?
Yeah, she was a creative partner.
Yeah. There was an interesting movie I watched about the making of Psycho that was pretty interesting.
Is it the one with Anthony Hopkins and Judi Dench?
Yes, it is. What? Yes.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's a good one.
And I remember there was a competing Hitchcock biopic about the making of The Birds, which isn't like, the making. I mean, the making of Psycho or the making of The Birds. Like, The Birds are okay. It's got Rod Taylor, who we saw in The Time Machine.
Oh shit! Okay,
but Yeah, but Psycho, man, that's my favorite Hitchcock movie. Sure. I
Psycho's
love that movie.
Psycho is amazing. Psycho's amazing, and it
Yeah.
feels so new. Like everything except like the last like there's like the last scene where they're like explaining everything. That's like
yeah.
the scene you can leave out if you're watching it in today's era, kind of.
Oh, dude, you got to watch Body Double. I mean, not Body Double. You got to watch Dressed to Kill.
Okay.
Watch Dressed to Kill.
Okay.
Drives me nuts. Drives me fucking nuts. Yeah, that scene drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And we get a little bit about that. We get a little bit of that here in Body Double. Like how in Psycho you have the psychiatrist at the end who explains the movie. He explains the movie to all the characters and then to the audience. And we get that too here in Body Double when the guy, the main character, he's on the phone with the detective and then he just spells it all out for the detective and the audience.
Yes.
Drives me fucking nuts.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, without that though, I would have never known that the terrifying guy who murders the woman with the drill was supposed to be a Native American Indian person. Who you could say is a First Nations person.
What did you think about that drill part? When I saw that scene, it reminded me of Murder Party.
Of Murder Party? Oh yeah, yes. They took that exact thing from Murder Party. Yeah, when the fucking chainsaw gets unplugged. Holy shit, I forgot about that. Oh my God. Yeah. They must have just watched this movie and wrote that in there. That's so funny. That's so funny. This movie was a lot more phallic than than Murder Party.
Yeah, and they played it straight. Like they played it straight for tension and scares.
Yes. I guess I'm glad that you like this movie, but you're also tongue in cheek about it, I guess, or aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's a lot to make fun of this movie, but it's also part of its charm.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing, remind me that I want to talk about how Brian Palma is like a very visual director. So remind me to talk about that.
Okay.
But I think this movie's like most redeeming quality is how it uses music and soundtrack throughout the film. Yeah, at least that's what gets me when I watch this movie. Because there's that synth-ish kind of reprise that plays when we first see when we watch the main character watching the wife prancing around naked, in her place. We see that then, and we see it every time that happens. And then we see it again when we see Melanie Griffith's character, Holly Body. So, and I'm a child of the 80s, so I love like synth music, vaporwave, outrun, all that kind of stuff. So I love that use of music. And then there's Frankie the porn shoot where it has Frankie Goes to Hollywood, the band, singing Relax. That is a great scene, at least musically for me.
Mm-hmm.
And And yeah, and like the parts of it where it is just visuals, and so the score has to carry like the mood and the feeling behind it. So yeah, I just love this movie's use of music. And thinking back on it, thinking about the Untouchables, where it has like a lot of visuals, a lot of action in that movie. Where there's so there are those places where the score has to carry it. Now that it's a totally different kind of score, it's much more of an orchestral, cinematic score. But nonetheless, I think that's a theme for Brian De Palma's movies, because he's such a visual director, and so when he does, goes mostly visual, he allows music to help set the mood. So
Yeah, absolutely. And that was I was thinking about that while I was watching this movie, and it was like that is one of the beautiful things about cinema and film as an art form is the combination of of picture and music. It's a powerful part of movies that, and it gets talked about a lot, but it also doesn't at the same time. Like I feel like people view it as a shortcut or like a cheap type of I don't know. But they're kind of just intertwined and they always have been. I don't know how I'm kind of just rambling. So
that's okay.
anyways, yes, I noticed that while watching this film too. I enjoyed the music and the it helped because I didn't really like the mall scene at all. Like I was just like suffering through the mall scene. But the music was a silver lining.
You wanna talk about the idiocy of the mall scene for a bit?
Sure. I
mean,
guess
I know I can.
What?
I know I can.
Okay, yeah. Well, like, what do you mean by the idiocy? Like him, the character, being so stupid?
Well, not just stupid, but also creepy, but also like other things. Because so what happens is it's the next day, and so last night, I'm just going to call the main character the dude. The dude. Oh my god, how funny would this movie be if it was like the dude from The Big Lebowski?
Honestly,
anyway, so
wait, wait, we gotta draw these connections here because like, holy shit, wow, has this been talked about? The connections between The Big Lebowski and fucking Body Double, like they're both L.A. They're both like mistaken identity. They're both like kind of like porny. They are porny. Oh my god, they're both porny. And and oh my god, what the fuck? This is crazy. This movie is The Big Lebowski. I'm just gonna say that because it sounds fun.
Okay. Well, The Big Lebowski is Raymond. What it is the Big Lebowski is characters from Seinfeld who find themselves in a Raymond Chandler movie. A 50s LA noir detective story. But yeah, now that you've pointed it out, there does seem to be connections, thematic, if not otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh God, we really need some Hollywood executives to listen to our podcast and hire us to write these movies. Yeah.
I don't want to work with Hollywood executives. They seem like the worst type of people to work with.
I'm sure. Well, you do it the John Waters style. In the way John Waters does it is that he lives in Boston, or Baltimore. He lives in Baltimore, And then he says that he flies out to LA once a year to meet with executives, and then he leaves. And it was like, yeah, if I lived in LA, like none of them would talk to me. So he knows how to keep his mystique, you know? Yeah. So good for John Waters. Good for John Waters. And that's how I would do it. Because I went to LA for 2 weeks. I know I probably shouldn't stay there any longer than that. Anyway. The plot. Okay, the mall scene. Okay. So the night before, the dude watches the wife, prance around naked, in her place. But over in the distance, there's a man welding on like a phone tower or something. And it's obviously Greg Henry is the actor's name. It's obviously him and like brown face. and like throughout the movie, they were talking about they were calling him the Indian, and like I'm not quite sure if they meant native First Peoples or Hindi. But it's obviously that actor in like very bad very bad makeup.
I think I can shed some light on that.
Okay.
They definitely were talking American Indian, native person. And also the dress that like his wardrobe was very like 70s, like Indian on the news kind of thing, like native person on the news. Like that they were dealing with a whole bunch of shit going on in the 70s. I mean, when aren't they dealing with stuff going on against them? But I think they were in the news a lot because there was a lot of
Native American liberation.
Yeah, and there was crazy shit going on against them. I don't remember the exact scenario or what it's called and stuff, but I watched a documentary on it in high school actually. It's crazy shit. But yeah, what he's wearing is like combat boots, jeans, like a leather vest, and he's got like a long ponytail and like aviator sunglasses.
Yeah.
Which is like
West Coast biker attire.
West Coast biker attire, but also like native person attire at the time too. I feel like stereotypical type.
Yeah.
So but I thought it was funny because I didn't recognize that it was the guy at all. Like I just was like, what the fuck is this creature? Because the prosthetics are crazy, his teeth are crazy. Like he just looks like the like a Bond villain, like that one guy, like no offense to him, but like like he just looks like he has like crazy body stuff going on.
Which Bond villain? Jaws?
Yeah, I think Jaws, like the guy, the huge guy who was like a wrestler or something.
Well, he's not a wrestler. He's an actor. He was actually, if we're talking about the same person, is he the one like with the metal mouth? Or the metal teeth? Yeah. He's an actor. He was in an episode of The Twilight Zone, back in the 60s to Serve Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He played one of the aliens. And he was also in Billy Madison.
I didn't mean to disrespect his acting chops. I've never seen the Bond movie that he's in, but he's definitely I would say a character actor.
He was in several. He was in I believe he was in The Spy. He was in The Spy Who Loved Me, and then again in Moonraker.
Okay.
Yeah. And in Moonraker, he finds love in space with this tiny, uh, dorky looking woman with long pigtails, and she wears glasses.
Aw, good for
So
him.
yeah, yeah, and he helps Bond in the end in that movie.
Oh wow.
Um, so yeah, The Spy Who Loved Me, and then Moonraker.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, the the native person. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
it's just like such an awkward wording. Like I feel like I don't want to say the wrong thing, but
The
also the
bad
wording
guy,
is so awkward.
the bad guy in disguise. The bad guy in disguise.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like he just looks like a Lynchian character. Like he doesn't look like a
Yeah.
regular person at all. So I was like, what the fuck is this? Like it does look like a character from The Return. Also, it looks like the giant or it
Mhm.
just felt so Lynchian whenever we panned over to see him working
Yeah.
on the satellite dish. Um, yeah, it's really, really like it just kind of
Yeah.
like took me out, but in a good way. But then I was like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it all.
No, you're right, because there's a lot about this movie. I wouldn't say it's Lynchian, but I will say it's like surreal adjacent, you
Yes, yeah,
know? Like,
evocative.
um, yeah, very, very evocative. And, that's what what the score does. The score, um, like with parts of the score, it's very hypnotic, kind of in the same way how, um, the music in that honky tonk scene in Fire Walk with Me, is very hypnotic, or at least I find it so. So yeah, there's, we have these surreal visuals. We have this kind of hypnotic, trancy music to lull us into the mood, the atmosphere that the movie wants to put us in. And like, that's one of the reasons why I love this movie so much. Um, but anyway, the mall scene.
Yeah.
um, so the night before, dude witnesses bad guy in disguise watch the naked woman. And so it's the next morning, and the dude drives, and then the woman drives, and they're like at a stop. They're stopped at an intersection, and dude sees in the distance the bad guy in disguise. So the woman drives off. The bad guy follows her, and now the dude feels compelled to follow them both to protect her. And she goes to this like it's like an outdoor mall. The best way that I can describe it is it's a lot like City Place in West Palm. If any of you have been there, or places like it,
So like,
where it's not exactly an enclosed mall. It's more like a commercial. It's like a big plaza with like a whole bunch of commercial stores and so forth.
yeah, think like
Um,
Times Square, some type of shit, except not at all. Never mind. Don't think Times
yeah,
Square.
yeah, yeah. And so he follows her. The main character follows the woman. And then she goes to a lingerie store, where she buys a new pair of panties. But first she tries them on
Yeah,
in
she
a
tries them
dressing
on.
room. Hold on. She tries them on in a dressing room that is right next door to the storefront window.
Oh my fucking
and
god.
and so and so the dude is looking through the storefront window past the curtains to the dressing room at the front of the store. The clerk of the store sees this and calls security. I bet security gets called a lot when you have a dressing room right at the front of your store selling lingerie. and that's not even and so it goes on, and so the woman walks back from the store to the valet to get her car, but before she does so, she tosses her old pair of panties into like an ashtray, as if to throw them away. And then the main character, as stealthily as he can, reaches down to pick them up. and you can't help but wonder, like, what happened between the time that the woman got into the car and when she got to the lingerie store. What caused her to want to throw away the panties that she was wearing at the time?
That's not what I was wondering at all. I was confused.
Oh, really?
I thought she threw away the pair that she had just bought. But what you said makes a lot more sense.
Well, I was watching this movie with a friend of mine, and she was like, "Yeah, I think she sharted in the panties." And then this pervert just picks up this very soiled pair of panties that she left in an ashtray. So,
it's been a minute since I've heard the word shart. Oh boy. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, no, but because it's funny because he's like, let me follow her to protect her from this pervert. Oh, let me take these panties she left. Might need these later.
Yeah. Like he in the next scene, he follows her to a beach, and they finally meet, and he's like, there's someone following you. Oh, it's not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following you and I'm obsessed with you, but I'm not the bad guy. You're safe with me. But then around that same time, like, they have that not love making scene where the camera dollies around and around and around them, and the music plays. And then,
that's a crazy fucking shot.
Yeah.
Because there's let's talk about that for a sec, because it's not just the camera dollies around them. It's like the camera dollies around them, but also their setting is rear projected, and they're on a so it's it's not just it's dollying around them, because it's not just a setting. It's a recorded video that's being rear projected on the background behind the characters as they're making out. And it is really trippy.
Yeah.
It's really awesome though. That's the thing I respect about De Palma's movies that I've seen are just he is really inventive with the camera, and he is really, really intentional with the way he chooses his shots and stuff. It's very inventive.
Yeah. And he's an absolute visual director, where if he can tell a story, or if he can tell the story of a scene using no dialogue and just visuals, he'll do it. And we kind of, it's not as much done in Carrie, I don't think, from what I remember. There's some we get the opening shower scene in the girls' locker room. We get that. We get the montage of the high school boys buying tuxes for prom. And then we get the famous, absolutely famous sequence where after Carrie gets drenched in pig's blood, and she, uses her telekinetic powers to go on a murderous rampage. That's all visual. That's all great. But that was an earlier film. But in Dress to Kill and in this movie especially, like there are very long sequences without dialogue where De Palma tells a story purely through visuals. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. You know, I think after this, he kind of scales it back. And he becomes a more traditional director. Because, you know, there aren't, you know, as many like purely visual scenes. Like there are some in like Untouchables, like with the famous staircase, you know, the Grand Central Station scene in Untouchables. There's the one there's the sequence in Canada. There's the sequence where Kevin Costner goes after the hitman. So there's that. And there are similar sequences in Snake Eyes, but you know, they're not as, you know, it's done a lot in this movie is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little bit too much so.
Yeah.
But he is an extremely visual director. It kind of reminds me of Denis Villeneuve. What he said about Dune is like, yeah, I don't need a script. Like, I don't need no, he said like, yeah, I don't need dialogue. He just doesn't need dialogue. Like he can just do everything through visuals. You know, so you know, you get some directors who know how to tell a story visually. And you know, some directors who are also screenwriters who just love their dialogue. And so, you know, they're more dialogue driven directors who need the dialogue rather than, you know, just the visuals. But yeah. So that was the mall scene. Is there anything else about the mall?
Anything else about the mall scene?
Talk about?
There's a moment. Well, it just didn't. Okay, this movie didn't land to me. I could not feel what the main character was feeling, like at all. And I think you're kind of supposed to try and, I mean, he's a main character because he's the perspective of the movie, and it was just so strange to me. I don't know if it's his acting or just the character and he's so sort of unrelatable to me, or like one-dimensional kind of. Like it's just very strange. Like I'm just like, how could this person be thinking this way? Like I don't get it exactly. But
maybe if I may posit a theory, maybe you're just too Gen Z for this boomer movie, which, you know, is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, you know.
That could be.
Because, you know, this movie, you know, he's neurotic, you know, because he goes to and he gets fired from his punk rock vampire job because there's a scene in the coffin where he's supposed to pop out, but he's claustrophobic. And so they fire him for it. And then he goes to an acting class when he should be going to a psychiatrist.
Many such cases.
Have you ever experienced that where an acting coach or director tries to do their psychiatry on you?
Not exactly.
As an actor yourself?
I would say it happened more in my creative writing class.
Okay.
That was more of like which, you know, I respected it too, because it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, but it is like interesting. You know, it's like I don't know. But he would kind of get into like the psychology of what people were writing, and he would share very personal details about his own life and stuff like that. So it was similar in that way, but I've been to an acting class, and it was nothing like that. Thankfully. Okay. Mine was much more concerned with sort of the classical part of acting, like diction and portraying and projecting your emotions, not kind of like not feeling it yourself. Like that was like a very method way of going about it. In what we saw in Body Double, it was like it's very like, feel it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to feel it yourself. And anyways, just not the type of thing I've been involved with personally at an acting, thankfully.
Okay. Very good.
End of story.
Yep. Yeah, and as an exennial myself, like I get what's going on. I get what's going on. I get the obsession that he has. I get his neuroses. I get that. I understand all that. And one thing leads to the other, because he's a neurotic person. Also because his wife, he catches his wife cheating on him. And so that's why he has to leave his house and, stuck in that place. Like I get, that path where he's neurotic. And so, neurotic people, can be obsessive. And then, I understand the sleaze. I understand that. As a boy of 13, whose father made the mistake of getting him a TV for his own room while also having an HBO subscription. I understand that as well. So yeah, like I get this character. I get this character, but maybe it is too boomer. For Gen Z today, which is not a bad thing. That's not me. Riffing on Gen Z at all.
Maybe yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just didn't connect with me. Yeah, but other people that will connect to. I don't know. Sounds like that.
It could also be that you're a good person, Daniel. It could also just be that, like you're a genuinely good person. So might say something about me. There's that too. I admit it.
Well, anyways, I do want to talk about the what do I want to talk about again? I don't know, man. I feel like I have something
That's
to say,
okay.
but I just keep forgetting what to say.
That's okay.
The coffee isn't working.
If you think about it, that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like, other than my notes, one thing I will mention, Dennis Franz is in this movie. He plays the director. And Dennis Franz was also in Dress to Kill, as a detective. So it's neat, when directors like bring back actors. So
yes.
Yeah, Dennis Franz, who was also in City of Angels, which is the remake of what is it? Wings of Desire.
Wings of Desire is a great movie. I haven't seen City of Angels. But...
Okay. We should do a double feature of that sometime.
Oh my God, I would love to. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wings of Desire
maybe we could do it for.
Wings of Desire is such like a culmination of a bunch of my interests.
Okay. Well, I also know it has Columbo in it.
Exactly.
Who is the character Dennis Franz plays?
So. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
There's and if I may go on like one other tangent, like, okay, so City of Angels has Meg Ryan, okay? And that movie famously has what's a song, it has Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, okay? Now I was watching the movie Companion, which has Jack Quaid in it, and Jack Quaid is Meg Ryan's son.
Really? Like in real life?
Yeah. In real life. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. And so the movie is about basically a companion robots. Okay. And Jack Quaid's companion robot is named Iris. And when she gets dropped off at his house, he opens the door and he's playing the song Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, which was in Meg Ryan City of Angels.
Okay. Awkward.
That's a neat connection about that movie, which I've already. It's funny. It's funny if you're old enough to get all those connections. So
that is,
and I just now had a chance to talk about it because we talked about City of Angels and Wings of Desire. So
I'm glad you got to get that off your chest.
Thank you.
Can I read through my notes?
Also, maybe, real quick, maybe we can do Rings of Desire and City of Angels for our New Year's movie.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That sounds like a good pairing.
Okay, great. You want to go through your notes now?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Go for it.
Okay. Actually, I think it's funnier if I just read them. Okay.
Okay.
I don't like De Palma. It all feels so unnatural.
Tell us how you really feel. I mean, you're right. You're right, and that it feels. I would not say. I would say it feels stylized. That Fair. Is how I would portray it. Like, in a similar way to how To Live and Die in L.A. and how Manhunter are very stylized, 80s movies. Body Double is stylized as well, albeit in different ways.
Yes.
So.
Yes. It's again. Also, it is to do with the facade of filmmaking. Like that's part of the commentary of the movie.
Yeah.
And I forgot
talked about the ending.
Yeah, the ending. I love the ending. I fucking love the ending. The ending made me think like, okay, maybe this movie is better than I thought it was.
Okay, do you mean the ending or the ending? Like very ending or when the plot ends?
The very ending where they're on a set and we're getting to see a film set. And it's like go ahead.
Where it comes full circle and he's the punk rock vampire again. He gets his job back.
Oh, is that him? I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, that's him. He got his job back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, well, real quick. So at the beginning of the movie, like I said, he's playing a punk rock vampire. And then but he freezes. And then not long after, when he hears he's fired, he goes to the set, talks to Dennis Franz, during the middle of filming a scene. And if you notice, he's filming a scene that takes place in a shower stall where someone else plays the punk rock vampire. And so by the end of the movie, he is filming that same scene, but he's the punk rock vampire now.
What? Okay, I gotta watch this movie again because apparently I watched it too late at night to fucking understand it.
No. That's okay. Like I didn't catch that until I watched the movie, during my recent time, and that was like my third time seeing it. So.
Okay.
What you love about the ending?
What I love about the ending is it's just like it's like a encapsulation of a film set. So it's very meta, very very artificial and awkward and funny. Like they're in the shower. So there's a vampire and he's behind a naked woman, and he's kind of like rubbing on her and stuff like that, and she's loving it. And then he bites her eventually. But so they they're getting the shots of him, in the shower with her, like rubbing up on her, and then they switch her out. So they switch her out because they're gonna do a close up on the body. So they switch her out with a body double, and ding 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 ding,
and that's
ding.
when we get that. Yeah, title drop. Let's bring in the body double.
And I love it because it's so okay. This is where I'll give him his flowers, De Palma. It's so human here. The body double, she gets in the position to, like, she kind of like gets in front of him, and she's got to do this like crazy acrobatics thing because they bring in a C-stand to mark the place where his hand is so that they can do a match cut. So he's like,
don't move the bar. Don't move the bar.
Yeah. He's very like awkwardly standing still, dripping with cold water, and he's like, can we get this water any hotter? And they're like, no. He's like, all right. Then she's got to do this like acrobatics thing to get in place for the shot, and she's like, be easy on my boobs because I just got my period or something like that. And
yeah.
And he's like, okay.
My breast, I got it. My breasts were very tender. I got my period.
Yes. And so it's like, it's just so funny because it's like, that is where like, I'll give De Palma credit. It's like, he does this thing where like, he objectifies the women, but also he gives them character, and he gives them, what is it called? Not mobility. What is it?
Agency?
Agency, yes. Like, he gives them agency, he gives them character, but he also is like, but her body though, And then the next shot is like blood, like running down her tits. For like a minute.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that is less De Palma trying to give that actress like agency and more of making it awkward. Because he tells her that her breasts are tender, so he can't just grab her, so he has to be very careful, but he doesn't know how careful he should be. And then she revealed that kind of information, like somewhat intimate information in a workplace, but so that makes it very awkward. And he even, like, as they're filming the scene, and he fondles her breast, he's like, is that okay? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So I think it was more out of awkwardness than anything aspirational.
maybe but I'll just say that it's so true to film setness because
it's very true,
real, like it's
but awkward. But awkwardness is very real to film sets.
But again, I will say that
is very real to it.
I think Holly Body is an interesting character who is very empowered. She's a porn actor, but
there's a part where the main character, he overhears a porn audition, and so he goes there and he auditions as a porn star, and he does it so that he can be in a porno with Holly Body, who is a porn star played by Melanie Griffith. And the reason how he caught on to Holly Body is because he was watching a porno station, because that's how we got porn back in the day. There was dedicated cable channels to it. Also VHS, because he goes to a VHS store and he asks for Holly Does Hollywood. So that's the main ways we got our porn back then. Okay. And so that's when he's on the set of the porno, and that's when we get Frankie Goes to Hollywood singing Relax. And so it's all of these very sexually dressed characters, and he looks like a nebbish he's dressing glasses, he's very nebbish looking. And they all point him to go to the bathroom. And the bathrooms are labeled studs and sluts. And so he goes into the bathroom set where he make love on camera, as it were. Okay, now I'm going to say something. I don't care if it's real or if it's fictionalized. But sex in a bathroom is not sexy at all. Okay, like I just don't understand how any of that is sexy. Not just, and I'm not just talking about sex in the bathroom is not sexy. And the least sexiest of sex in the bathroom is sex in a public bathroom. Like there's absolutely nothing sexy about that at all. I just need to get that off my chest as well. It's not sexy at all. Stop doing it, please.
Okay, as kinky of as the fuck as you are.
I mean, I do have my limits.
That's too far.
I do have my limits, Daniel. Okay, like I take 2 showers a day. I'm a hygienic person. All right.
You take 2 showers a day,
and once at night. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How? What? How is your skin still okay? That's crazy.
I live in Florida. It's very humid.
That's true.
Yeah. So number 1, there's that. Number 2, we get the best line in this movie for sure. Perhaps one of the top 5 lines in cinema. Where's the cum shot? Said very famously by Rob Paulson, who you would all know as the voice actor of Pinky from Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Yeah, I would also know him as he was also the voice actor for Michelangelo in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series. And he was also the voice actor for Michelangelo, I want to say. No, that doesn't sound right. He was a voice actor for one of the other Ninja Turtles in the first Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. But anyway, where's the cum shot? Where's the cum shot? So yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. And another thing that I want to talk about is that, okay, so he recognized Holly Body by her body and the way she moved when she pretended to be the wife. Okay. And so he just from like her body and just the way that she touched herself, he recognized this porn star. Okay, and that's some like major Predator shit right there. Because so I'm on Reddit. Okay. I'm on Reddit. I enjoy the female form as much as any other man does. With access to the internet. And women who want to show off their own female form for whatever reason they may have, be it financial necessitation or pure titillation on their part on their part. And I happen to upvote this one picture of one, but then I got downvoted to hell. And the reason why I got downvoted to hell was because someone commented, "Hey, that's not her picture. That is a picture of a different woman." And because he saw it and he recognized that body part immediately and knew that it could not be the poster. So I just want to say, That is real. That is real. That is real. It's obviously real. I approve that a man can recognize a woman by her body parts and how she moves in when sexually gratifying herself. That is, I have proof.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Checked out. So let me get back to the empowerment.
Yeah. Let's talk about female empowerment now. Yeah. Because
God, fuck.
because I brought all that up, but there's that very funny scene where they've had sex. Where's the cum shot? And then he goes to her and he says, "Hey, I'm a porn producer. Why don't we have a meetup? Let's talk. Because I want to work with you." When he actually wants to get down to the bottom of things. And as they meet, she said she has this whole list of things that she will not do. And I would love to say that list, but we're demonetized enough as it is on YouTube. So, I suggest that you go out and listeners and look for that clip yourself.
It's very funny, but it's also it's interesting. Her character, I think, is interesting because she respects herself, and I appreciate that about her character.
Well, when it comes to actresses in pornography, it could be so easy to be exploited. Like even as an actress in Hollywood, it can be easy to be exploited. So and an actress, has to learn how to draw lines, how to set boundaries, and ensure that those boundaries are not broken just to protect themselves. And she's not afraid to do that herself.
It is a crazy fucking world out there for women. like I hosted we were a part of a playwriting festival, and there was some crazy shit that happened just at the auditions of the playwriting festival. It was just like, holy shit, like I can't imagine moving to a place to audition and having so much less like lifelines and like resources and people around you that and like places you can go to. It's just I can't imagine the amount of vulnerability that people are. It's scary. It's crazy. It's a sad part of the industry, sad part of the world. It's truly upsetting.
Yeah.
One sorry, can I go off on a tangent here? Okay, let's see. I just watched recently what is it called? Called? Death Proof. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Movie.
But I remember some behind the scenes I saw that were basically an interview from Mary Elizabeth Winstead. And she was basically like talking about how like, I didn't really have that much of a character, but I had fun with it and I tried to do my best. I tried to bring myself to the character, and and then it cuts to Quentin Tarantino, and he's like, when I first wrote this script, I just kind of was like writing the character, and they just kind of were there on the page. But then whenever Mary Elizabeth Winstead was there, like she just like really brought it to life, and I realized how good my writing really was. Something to that effect, which I thought was funny, and also just fucking Death Proof. The ending of that movie is so weird to me because like they just like I know it's whatever, it's a tangent, whatever. This is a tangent. be warned. Her friends just leave her on a farm with a very scary, creepy man who thinks that she's potentially open for a sexual encounter with him, and they just ditch her, and the movie ends without ever knowing what happens to her, and she probably gets assaulted or some crazy shit. But the movie doesn't care about that at all. It's just played for laughs. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
They don't just leave her there for no reason. She is left as collateral so they can drive this rare antique car.
Yes, I know that. But like, holy shit, like, that's fucking grim.
I mean...
And the movie
this
plays
is also
it for
a
laughs.
movie where you see Rose McGowan get absolutely destroyed in a purposeful car crash by an insane stunt driver. And by the way, I do not like Death Proof. I fucking hate that movie. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I think anything after Kill Bill, and I'm not a fan of Tarantino's. I don't know if Death Proof came out before or after Kill Bill, but I hate that movie. I watched that in the theater when it came out as a double feature with Planet Terror as the Grindhouse. Mm-hmm. So I watched Death Proof and then I watched Planet Terror in the theater. But yeah, I am not a fan. I am not a fan of Death Proof at all. Oh. Yeah.
Interesting, because I enjoyed it. That's funny.
No, because oh god, it's just like some of the worst. It's just some of the worst excesses of Tarantino to me. Now, my friend Roy, who was on The Big Hit, like he really loved Death Proof when it came out, and the reason why I don't like it is because like it's just so rambling. It's just so rambling. Because it had to have come out after Kill Bill because the main character of Death Proof is she's an Australian stunt woman, and she was the stunt woman for Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. So that's how Quentin Tarantino knew her.
Oh, interesting.
That's how Quentin Tarantino knew her, and her whole thing in the movie is her wanting to drive the same. I believe it was the same car used in Bullet. But you have in the movie like the first part is Kurt Russell trying to get Rose McGowan into his car just so he can crash it and kill her because he's a homicidal madman. And then the next part of the movie is these group of women basically talking about being women in a diner. And then the movie moves on to where they get targeted by Kurt Russell, and then they turn the tables on him. And that movie is just way too fucking rambly for me. Like, it's just so purposeless. Although that seems to be why Roy loves it so much. Like, he loves that about the movie, from what I understand. But I'm not a fan of that movie.
Interesting. Because I felt like this movie was sort of rambling after a point. Like the last act of this movie is crazy.
Well, it need to wrap up.
And like it's so weird. Like I don't understand what's going on. The Holly Body like finds out. Well, he tells her that he's just trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and she's like, I knew you weren't I knew you weren't I should have known you weren't a porn producer when you said you liked my smile.
She also said no. She also said she should have known better when he didn't know what a cum shot was.
Yes. So, but anyway, it was just this movie's fucking weird, and the ending is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. This movie just kind of exhausted me.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. But like that, that's why I said like this movie is kind of surreal adjacent, And it gets like its most surreal. It's at its most surreal at the ending of the plot, where so what happens is Holly gets into the truck of the bad guy, and the dude like sees him attack her and knocks her out, and he drives away. So he has to follow the bad guy. The bad guy takes Holly like out to an abandoned part of LA. He digs a grave for her. And then the dude goes up to the grave where he's grabbed and pulled in. And then the dude freezes. While and I think the bad guy, because of his claustrophobia. And so he's just laying there frozen. And so then we take a journey into his mind's eye, where in his mind, he's not there. He's on a set. It's all just a set. And Dennis Franz is the director, and he's like, "Hey, do you need help, buddy? Do you need help with the scene?" And he's like, "No, I got it. I got this scene. I can do it." And so he gets back into the hole. And then he's found the inner courage to confront the guy, who comes to his demise. So yeah, that was a very surreal moment. But I think it heightens the movie, like,
Well, to me, it made me so confused because I was like, okay, what is now real? Because that's why the ending, I was like, okay, is this still him daydreaming?
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
But
did he die?
But I mean, it fits because like that's the theme between what is reality and what is illusion. Because this whole thing is about the name of it is Body Double. He thinks that he saw the woman, but the woman he saw was not the woman he saw. The woman that he was obsessed with was not the woman he was obsessed with. So it's very Philip K. Dick in that way.
That is what I find redeeming about this movie is the looking at the artifice of film and being self-reflective in that way. There's one thing that I think is funny that I want to talk about. It's in my notes. He goes to he gets in his car for some reason, and in the background there's like this big, tower with a clock on it, and in big letters it says like farmer's market, but it's like it's very emphasized and very readable, and it's like the only thing I can look at in the shot, and I'm like, why is so much emphasis on this sign? And I was just like, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait, farmer's market in LA, like there's no fucking farmers in LA. Like,
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I just reminded me of like very strip mall artifice.
Well, okay, so I don't know about the 80s. But when I went to LA to visit Roy in I think like 2010s, there was a farmer's market. And like the only place I hung out was like the food tent. And I got an amazing prime rib sandwich there, and fresh lemonade. And oh my God, it was the second best food I had in LA, second only to the ramen shop that I went to in Little Tokyo twice. I made Roy take me there the last day of my trip. But yes, there is a farmer's market there now. I don't know about back in the 80s. But at least in the 2010s there were.
Well, I'm sure there was a farmer's market, but I just mean LA to me just does not seem like a place that farmers are. Like it's so removed from farmland. I just found it sort of ironic to be shown. I don't know.
Yeah, does that make sense? Well, I mean, on the outskirts of LA and outside of LA, there are farming communities in California. I'm sure. So they probably just ship their stuff into the city there.
I don't know. It was a weird thing for me to observe. I don't think it
But I mean,
forgive me,
you're
weird
right in
tangent.
that there's the incongruity of L.A. being such an urban center, and then in any way catering farmers. Yeah.
Mhm.
To quote Ben Affleck in or to paraphrase Ben Affleck in The Accountant, it's incongruous. It's funny. That's what he says about dogs playing poker. It's incongruous.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this movie is strangely psychedelic, and psychosexual, and I think that's one of the redeeming qualities of it. I don't really want to watch it again, though.
Where would you rate this compared to Random Hearts?
Compared to Random Hearts, I would rank it. Okay, if Random Hearts is like a 10, this movie's like
really
a 7.
Really,
like a 7.
So you'd rather watch Random Hearts than
it's not that bad.
Body Double again?
No. I'd rather watch this movie than Random Hearts again.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I guess if Random Hearts is a 1, this is like a 3. Is that better comparison?
Yes. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Below average rewatchability, but not. There's things to watch and enjoy about it, and part of it I think is the tongue-in-cheek nature of the film, and just how strange and incongruous it is.
Okay.
In Random Hearts, I do want to watch again, but just because because you respect it so much and you told me about it, that's the only reason I want to watch it again. Other than that, fuck that movie.
Okay.
Fuck the feeling I had while I watched it the first time. I was just so bored of it.
I can't wait for us to do punishment movies. That's all I'm gonna say. Hope you like Richard Gere. Okay.
He's all right.
Okay. He was in Primal Fear.
He's nice to look at.
He was in Primal Fear.
He's in American Gigolo, the Paul Schrader movie that I haven't seen.
He's on An Officer and a Gentleman, which is a great movie.
You know, someone else just told me to watch that movie. I forget who it was. Oh, yeah, my coworker told me to watch that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That has my endorsement. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got hold on. There's David Keith and there's Keith David. Keith David was one is the black guy with the great voice, and the other one is the white guy who is in Firestarter. He was also in U-571 as well.
Keith David is the one.
Okay. So it's David Keith.
Voice.
David Keith is in An Officer and a Gentleman.
Gotcha.
So Keith David recently got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, by the way. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love him. He was in Men at Work.
That reminds me of a...
Awesome.
Okay, wait. Have you seen this? Have you seen the movie The O in Ohio?
No.
No? Okay. Eventually, I'm going to make you watch it. It's a crazy movie.
Okay, sounds great.
And he's in it. He's in it. That's why I bring it up.
You want to go through your notes?
I'm done talking about this movie. If you are.
Okay, let me look through my notes. Yeah, punk rock vampire. You're alive, not a goddamn. You're alive, not a goddamn sardine. Th- this looks like a mind fuck to me. Excuse me, someone's following you. I know, it's not me. In the movie, he sees the woman being attacked. And he calls her on the phone to try to warn her. I think that might also be a reference to Dial M for Murder. I'm not sure. I need to watch that movie though. Let's see. Dude gets eaten by Spuds McKenzie. If you do you have any idea what that means?
No.
So I can't remember if it was like Budweiser or Bush. But they had, but you know the little dog that attacked him. Yeah, the white one.
The
Okay,
white
that's
one, yeah.
the same breed of dog as Spuds McKenzie, who was like a mascot for beer. Back then.
I wonder if it was the same exact dog.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, if it is, that's a great actor because I've never seen Spuds McKenzie go after someone like that. Let's see. I'm not just a fucking stunt cock. I'm an actor. I don't have to take this shit. I've got a reputation. which is the second. That was the second reference I've seen in a film to a stunt cock. The first one that I've seen in my life being Orgasmo, made by the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, I believe.
Before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to the bestest friends of the show on our Patreon. Thank you, Brian, for your support of the show. If you'd like to be one of our bestest friends of the show, then check out our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast. And thanks for listening. Yeah, Orgasmo is a very fun. Oh no! It's yes, it is Matt Stone. I looked up Matt Stone, and also someone who also came up was Matt Stone, the state senator from Arkansas. And no, he did not. He had no part in Orgasmo, I'm sure. Yeah, Orgasmo is a great movie. It's a fun movie. About the porn it's about this Mormon guy, played by Trey Parker, who becomes the lead actor in a porn movie called Orgasmo, but he refuses to film his own sex scenes, and they say, "Oh no, it's okay. We'll just get you a stunt cock." But it's also a superhero movie, because he has an orgasmo ray, which forces people to have orgasms whenever they're shot by it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have from my notes, I believe. So yeah.
Very nice, very nice. My last notes are music video is wild. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. And then I don't know when I wrote this, but I wrote, what the fuck is this shit? And then I wrote, I did not like this movie. But it was also 2 a.m, and it was after a shift at work. So that's probably what it was partially. And again, I liked it more in hindsight.
Wonderful. There's some kind of joke I want to make about either hitting others or being hit by laser beams, but I don't know exactly how to make that joke right now. So bye.
Relax. Don't do it when you want to go. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you forgot.